which says, why are you not offering combination procedures at the moment? Combination procedures meaning your classic mummy makeover, which is a breast and a tummy procedure. And broadly speaking, yes, we are not offering those at the moment. I say broadly speaking because there are different it's sort of on a case-by-case basis, because a smaller procedure, so a smaller tummy tuck, I mean, some people have bigger tummy tucks than others, and some breast procedures, like for instance breast implants, would be a quicker procedure than a breast reduction, for instance. So a sort of smaller tummy tuck, maybe a mini tummy tuck, and breast implants would probably be okay, but a larger tummy tuck with liposuction, maybe with a lift with implants or a reduction or something, would not be okay. So it is sort of a case-by-case basis, but in general terms, I would say that we're not doing combination procedures, and there's two reasons for that. And the first reason for that is because there is some evidence, it's not strong evidence, but there is some evidence that if you have a longer procedure, then if you then went on to get COVID, you're going to get it worse than if you had, let me start again. If you have surgery and then develop COVID, you're going to get a worse outcome from your COVID than if you hadn't had surgery. And the evidence suggests that the longer the procedure, the worse that is. It seems to be in longer operations in people who are more ill, who are going to be more badly affected by it. So we try and avoid doing longer procedures in people who are more ill, basically, because there's some evidence to say that if you then went on to develop COVID, you would get a worse result from your COVID. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that we are very aware and very anxious about the NHS and the capacity of the NHS and the workload of the NHS, and we do not want to put any workload on the NHS. So we are trying to avoid any operation that might even have the vaguest hint of needing any input from the NHS. It's very rare to need any NHS input from any procedures, and I would say I've never had to use it, except having said that, I did have one person, having said that, who was admitted to the NHS after surgery. She'd had a circumferential tummy tuck, and we could have treated her in the private sector, but she went to the NHS, and then there was all these MRSA swabs that had to be done before we transferred her back to the private, and she never got transferred back in the end. She ended up getting discharged from the NHS. But anyway, point is, you don't want to use the NHS. The point of what I'm trying to say is, so you don't want to do bigger operations which have perhaps more risk of someone, requiring NHS input. So those are the two reasons that we're trying to avoid doing bigger operations. And I know there's a lot of people out there who want mummy makeovers and these joint procedures. And I'm just saying, at the moment, we either have to stage it, or if you really want it in one go, and I totally understand it, there's a lot to be said for having it in one go, then you can wait.